No, I
We
know.
really don't, because most people that are working in the city
Yeah.
have been given the okay to telecommute.
Right.
And we really don't know what to be prepared for, because the last time there was an inauguration,
Right.
we didn't open until that February.
Okay.
So we weren't in the city at that point. Yeah.
Are we live?
Yep.
Oh, awesome. So people are in your seat, so we can actually see how many people are in the chat room.
14 right now are watching.
But it'll
live.
go up more and more. And I think but more people watch it after than before. So
Okay.
they get a little notification on their phone. Hey, so we have about 250,000 subscribers, and
Wow.
all those subscribers will get a notification that says like, hey, we have this new video up, watch it if you'd like. And a lot of them will go in and watch it. So
Yeah.
how are we doing?
We're good. We got 45. People are commenting. There's
Give it maybe 10, 15 more seconds.
Okay.
Sorry.
they're saying.
So where are you based?
Oh, so we're based in Alabama.
Okay.
In fact, the founder, Joe Seals, is from Alabama, and that's why it's, and you're actually, you went to school in Alabama.
I went to school at
So
Auburn.
that's why we're located in Alabama, because Joe started the company there. We kind of, we're going, traveling, we travel to different places to cover events, so a bunch of us are here this week.
Okay.
Are we good? You ready?
We're still at 45,
That's
but
fine.
yeah,
We'll be good.
we're
We'll
ready.
start and people can join in.
Good. There's a good picture and everything.
Okay, so we're here at Bub and Pop's restaurant with Arlene, who's the owner.
One of the owners.
One of the
One of
owners.
the three owners.
And we're really happy that Arlene has let us come to talk to her today, because Arlene is a Gold Star mom, and we heard, I believe it was Christine from South Dakota, one of our
Right.
viewers, told us you got to go to Bub and Pop's, check it out because it's an awesome restaurant. Also Arlene is a great woman, and you should talk to her. So we are here to talk to Arlene about Bub and Pop's restaurant, and this is in DC. And what's the address here, just so people know?
1815 M Street Northwest.
Okay, so definitely come and check it out if you're in town. So Arlene, the first thing I want to ask you is, could you just tell us a little bit about the story of the restaurant?
Okay, well, part of the history is that when my dad came home from World War II, my parents had always loved food. They're from South Philly. South Philly is very into their street food and ethnic foods. And they wanted to open a place, and they found a grocery store in West Philadelphia. And in fact, there's a picture of it on the orange wall where there's just two shots. And they had the grocery store and a deli, and then the family lived upstairs. And they were there for a few years, and then they gave up the business and went to Northeast Philadelphia. And then I always loved to cook and create, and then my son, Jonathan, who's the executive chef and one of the owners, in high school got very interested in cooking, went to culinary school, has worked with world-renowned chefs, and my husband, who's also one of the partners, he and I wanted to help him get started. So we found this place, and the location seemed to be the best at this point for a sandwich shop, though we do a fine dining tasting dinner occasionally
Great.
also.
And how long has this place been open for, this location
We'll
here?
begin our 5th year in February.
Great.
This
Awesome.
February.
And I will say that, when I was looking up the place briefly this morning, you have like amazing Yelp reviews. So
Oh.
it's like, it was hundreds of them, and people seem to love this place. And I've heard really good things about it. So I wanted to ask you if it's okay to just talk a little bit. I know you're a Gold Star mom, and we have actually a number of like Gold Star moms.
That's what I was going to say. There are a lot of comments right now saying that they know who you are, that they're fellow Gold Star moms, and they're sorry, but they've actually been following your journey too.
So we,
Well,
she-
thank you for your support.
Yeah, she can see the comments as they come up, and we have
Okay.
a number of Gold Star moms, and in general, a lot of the people, tons of people who are subscribers of us have family in the military or in the military themselves. So I think they would love to hear a little bit about your story, if whatever you are comfortable telling us about that whole angle here.
Right. Well, Pete had been in the Air Force, I guess, for about 8 or 9 years, and I saw him at Ellsworth Air Force Base. I visited this September before he deployed, and then we were fortunate enough when his flight was leaving to go to Afghanistan, he actually had a layover at BWI. So anyone that knows how horrendous traffic is around here, especially during rush hour, it took what could have been a 40-minute drive, 2.5 hours to get up to BWI to pick him up. And we were fortunate enough to have him here that night. And I took him to see my mom, who was at this point in a nursing home, and who sadly we lost Monday, January
sorry about
9th.
that.
Yeah, thank you. She was 92 years old. So on one hand, you feel very sad. We feel very sad about that, but then you get that compared to losing Pete, who was 30 years old, you know, married, a 4-year-old daughter at the time, and his wife pregnant. So it's kind of hard to wrap your brain around all of this.
And you lost him while he was serving, correct?
Yes, he was, it happened on December 21st, 2015, and he was out with other members of his team. And what I know was there were 2 teams out there, and they were actually waiting for the second team to get back, and then they would have gotten into those vehicles. And I'm sorry, I don't know what
That's
they're
all
called.
right. Yep.
But a suicide bomber on a motorcycle got through and just killed 6 of them.
And this was in.
And-
Did you need to go in?
No, I was going to show
Oh,
you that
thank you.
over there on the mantle. We
You can go-
have this little photo that has all six that were lost are here. And this is when Pete finished his training down in Georgia. I guess it's a federal training agency. And then
So we have
this is Pete in here, some interpreters, and one of the people that were actually.
viewers who are saying Christine Bestjen knows you. And she keeps saying Norway, and that she was there when he was given the Fallen Hero Award.
Right, I did not make it out. I believe it was in May. It's hard for me sometimes to
That's
remember
all right,
all the
that's
dates.
fine.
But I did not travel out for that. Honestly, it just was very emotional.
Very
I
emotional.
appreciate all the memorials and all the honoring that they're doing of these 6 heroes, but sometimes emotionally it's really hard to pull it together.
And just for reviews, this was in Afghanistan, correct?
Yes,
So
outside of Bagram.
So we just want to first say how sorry we both are, and also here at Whiteside we all are, and I'm sure all of our viewers are. And also just your son, you know, we all thank him for his service, and everyone else for the military. Whenever we meet a lot of military people, like, I know you are too, we're always so thankful to them.
Sit down,
So,
they're going to try to get it
oh,
over
so
here.
that's fine. And so,
Well,
so
thank you for that. I think that a lot of people in this country don't realize that this war is still going on,
Okay.
and how many people have been lost.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that I'm friends with on Facebook sends me or posts regularly military that have been lost over, I think it's the last 13 years or something.
Mm-hmm.
And something I learned at the dedication to the Hall of Heroes, that was what was in last May, is to say their names out loud so that they're not forgotten. And it just, to me, it's really heartbreaking that so many of our young men and women that serve are still going through this, and that we're still in jeopardy after all these
it's
years.
a very good point you make, because I think just because we're not in like an official major war that everybody talks about every single day doesn't mean that people aren't over there putting their lives on the line and
Right.
getting hurt and
Yeah.
killed, and it's a very
Right.
good point you make.
And
So-
Pete's mission over there was, he was actually one of the people that were protecting the people that are working to keep the safety there. So he had a pretty specialized position, him and the people he was with.
And we had read an article on the wall that said that sometimes you get veterans who come in and just to say hi here.
Oh yeah, it's really nice. Some of them that have served with Pete, some of them that heard about Pete and just want to come in and I think it's pay their respects and make a heartfelt connection. I think is important to me that they do that as it is for them.
Right. That's really nice. And I would encourage everybody out there, whether you're in the military or not, to come here. First of all, the food here is supposed to be amazing.
Thank you.
And so we've heard this from a number of
Smells
people.
amazing.
Yes, and second of all, also I gotta say, when I came in, Arlene, there were a couple of customers before us, and I know like a lot of times you go to a restaurant, and, like people are trying to like rush you because they're trying to serve as many people as possible as fast as they can. But I noticed, and I think you noticed too.
Oh, that was some service.
Yeah, that basically you were walking through the menu very patiently and like telling them all the stuff, and you just wanted them to be happy with their food, and like I just thought that was a really cool thing. So the service here is amazing. So that's another great reason to come here.
There's a lot of love that goes into that food. My son Jonathan, who's the executive chef, is actually trained in classic French cuisine. So we're not just bringing in food from somewhere and slicing it up and serving it. We really cook it here. We are very different from the chain restaurants that are out there.
And I know now Arlene's being so nice right now because we're taking her away from like running her restaurant. So I just want to give you a chance, and it's not that you're a co-owner of the restaurant, but I want to just give you a quick chance. if people are interested in the food, I know there's a diners, drive-ins, and dives
Right.
that they maybe they can see about this place. But if they haven't seen that or they can't see it, is there any specialties here you'd like to tell the people about?
Well, on the diners, drive-ins, and dives, if you go to YouTube and put that name in and put in the segment between the bread, you will see the segment
great.
there, and those people were really terrific. By the time that it was ready to air, January of 2016, of course, Pete had been killed by then, and they actually put a photo of him and my son Jonathan at the end
Oh wow,
to
that's
honor
really nice.
him. So that was really nice. They're
That's
really,
really nice.
terrific people.
So again, if people want to come here, and it's a really cool place, and it looks great and awesome, and I would encourage everyone to stop by if you're in DC. What's the address, and is there anything else they should know about the place? Like,
Well, it's 1815 M Street Northwest,
and it's called Bub and Pops.
Bub
Let's just-
and Pops,
Yep.
which is, my son wanted to name it for my parents, his grandparents. And we're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Although I will say that this particular week, we have no idea what to expect. Many people that work in the city are actually telecommuting, but if we find that we still have a lot of people coming in at 4 in the afternoon, we probably will stay open a little later for them. We just have no way to predict it.
Great. Well,
In fact, we're hoping that we can get in the next 2 days.
oh, that's a thing. And we're
That's
hoping
true.
we can get in the next 2 days too. So we're all in the same boat. Well, Arlene, thank you so much for talking with us. Your restaurant is an awesome place, and we really appreciate you sharing your experience with all the
I
viewers out there.
appreciate
and all the
you coming
experiences.
in. That was really nice, and for Christine to think of us here in DC.
Yeah, so Christine, thank you for letting us know about this. Also,
Thank
thank
you,
you to
Christine.
Jake Seals and for Jude Seals for giving us a heads up about this as well. And we hope you viewers enjoyed this, and we hope that when you're in town, you come and visit Arlene and everybody else here at Bub and Pop. So for now, bye for now. We'll see you later today, and we'll see you with another live stream.
Thank you.
You got a lot of love.